Good morning, everybody. Oh, how I have missed you. It is Monday morning, the last day of February. And man, the rabbit hole goes deep since I've been missing the lives. Oh, I have to. I'm done with winter. Okay. So I did last Monday. I had something come up, and so I had to move the show to Tuesday. Well, we had an ice storm come in throughout the week. My electricity was very shoddy on Thursday, lost electricity overnight, wasn't ready to get a show available, put together. And we did have a members live on Friday, which, by the way, was hysterical. I was in total stitches laughing. So last day of February, let's just hope for a calm March because I did not want all this ice or anything. Let's see who I missed. Phoebe, can't wait for this live. I couldn't wait either. Momo of 11. Cat, got Cat backstage. Our house cat. Amy, good morning. Deb, good morning. Alice, good morning. Alexandra, I got your email, Alex. I will reply this afternoon. I promise. I always love your emails. Tracy, how are you? DT number 58, good morning to you. Sec2 number 1, good morning. Been reading through your comments. Amanda 1234 had a birthday yesterday. Everybody light it up. Happy birthday to Amanda. The other Sharon, good morning. Mama Kay, good morning. Lisa, good morning. Just me, good morning. Sonia Allen, good morning. If I miss anybody, I apologize, but I will catch you in the comments because you guys always leave awesome comments. Sonia, hello. There's my friend Katie Bird. Katie Bird, Lori, good morning. Lots of stuff went on over the weekend. Brett, good morning. It's, I shouldn't use this term lightly, but when I say something has blown my mind anymore, that's just kind of a watered down term because so much has blown my mind with this particular case that we're talking about that anymore, don't you think the sticker shock should be over? But it's not. It still blows my mind. Serena, good morning. I see you, good morning. Be a Shiner, good morning. Downtown Trina, good morning. Tanya, good morning. Ginger Snaps, how have you been, my friend? I haven't seen you in a while. Tacy said, yay, my favorite channel. You guys are my favorite people. So glad you're here. Oh, there's JTB. Good morning, JTB. Hello, Carla. Eileen, I said hi to her in Discord. So anyway, I hope everybody gets settled in, had a great weekend, and ready for a big show. Got a lot of big shows this week. I got to catch up. Missed you guys too much last week. So I'm going to start out with some comments from the last show, and then we're going to get to the good stuff. Well, the comments are good stuff, but you know what I mean. So hold your horses. Okay. To all this back and forth, all this clear invasion of privacy, all the slander and gossip. Stop, everyone, running their mouths. By the way, she spelled their There. All right, so let's correct that. If you're going to properly insult me, let's use some proper grammar. Their. Okay? Running their mouths about people they never even been in the same room with. I wouldn't. I don't hang with shit like that. Stop throwing stones and hiding your hands. Not hiding my hands. Got one hand on the mouse and the other one holding the pen. I hope everyone involved doesn't actually believe there aren't any consequences. Nobody is perfect. Stay to your own. Get to your own. Well, I feel like we have to go through this every now and then, and it's kind of worth it. This is not slander and gossip. Summer Wells is a missing child. She has been missing since June 15th. Her parents have been forthcoming, but not with the truth. They have also lost custody, but not parental rights, of their other 3 children that they have together. We don't even need to get into the back history of their failures as parents with their older children. That is hard truth. So while I appreciate your misspelled and grammatically incorrect comment, I'm just going to leave it right there. I do agree with one thing. Nobody is perfect. So don't be throwing stones our way. Got it? All right. Lucille, the fact that Summer is still missing should be a red flag for the other 3 boys to not be able to return home, even when she is found. In my opinion, they need to keep all of those children away from that crazy, abusive environment. Boom. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. Beth, I love this. How can she say there is a real possibility she wandered off? Those dogs have amazing track records and they are extremely well trained. I've always said the dogs. Not only the dogs on their property, but the highly trained dogs that came out there to look for her. Absolutely. Here's another great comment. Is Summer got attacked by a bear? I still can't believe I had to read that comment last week. They would have been talking about bear prints, not footprints all this time. Some people are just ridiculous. I know. Monica, you're right. We do have the best comments, best chat, best community, best mod squad. Hands down. Okay. Got this from Green Eyed Lady. I'm glad I checked. My son is recovering from a craniotomy. I cannot pronounce that. I apologize. And he gets up every morning excited to see you. He thinks you are so sweet and awesome. He even talks to you throughout the show. Kevin cracks him up all the time. Brooks, next week when you come back on, if it's not too much trouble and you happen to think of it, could you say hi to Brandon? I know he would be so excited and it would just make his day. We both miss you and sharing our mornings with you. Can't wait till Monday. Well, it's Monday. Back in the saddle. And hello, Brandon. I hope you are doing well. I appreciate I'm sorry I couldn't pronounce that. And if your mama could send me an email, I would like to have her email address because I would like to send something to cheer you up. So send over an Amazon gift certificate, something like that, Brandon. And it means the world to me that we received that comment. So it shows Kevin is not connected. Everyone's saying, hello, Brandon. Hello, Brandon. So let's see what our friend Kat's doing. Good morning, Kat.
Hey, Brooks. Hey, chat. Hey, everyone. How are you doing?
Good, honey.
Happy Monday.
I never look forward to Mondays, but I certainly did today because, like I said, I missed everybody.
Yeah, it's been a good while, but it's good to be back.
Yes, I think so too. So maybe Kevin can get reconnected. I don't know.
Come back, Kevin.
What's up, Kevin? So let's get to it. I linked it in the description for this show about Crackin Cases. They had Candace on their show on Friday night. Now, I'm going to say these 2 did very, very well with her. Very well. For one, you have Candace on a show. She's a troll magnet. Okay. So you're going to have a lot of people coming in just to mess with her.
Sorry. That's funny.
Yes, man. I'm telling you. She is. And
they know her quite well, though, don't they?
I guess so.
Because they've been up at the house, Cam and Ali. Have been up at the house.
Oh, I didn't know all that history. But, I mean, either way, they're friendly with her and they handled it great. Because there wasn't any trolling that I could see. They kept cool. They kept calm because you don't know when you get her on the phone, on the show or whatever, what's going to come out of her mouth.
Right. She can be a bit of a liability, can't she?
Right. And when something is live, you can't control it.
Right.
So my hat's off. I thought they did a great job. I'm not going to play the show. I have a couple of audio clips I'm going to play, but I did link it. So if you guys want to go back and you can watch it for yourself, I've got the link in there. So they start out and they're talking. They had already been talking about this. And then Candace popped in.
Right.
like the grim freaking reaper she is. Anyway,
Go on. Sorry.
yeah. So they're asking about the phone call that Hunter overheard when they were at Walgreens.
Okay.
Okay, so again, Candace clears all that up because we can believe everything she says. And she said that that's a total lie. And what actually happened was that Donnie called to see if they were almost home. She said yes, which they weren't, but anyway, she said yes, they were getting her mom's script and then they'll be on the way.
Okay.
Okay, so she's basically saying that that whole conversation, what Hunter overheard, he fabricated the whole thing.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I think she said that before, hasn't she? Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think it was during the Chris McDonough interviews that she denied that conversation happened, that Hunter said that he overheard.
Yeah. So she has said before, she told Chris McDonough and then she told them again. No.
Okay.
Now, what really got me about the interview, and also I'm skipping ahead a little bit, Candace has her own YouTube channel now. Candace is a YouTuber. It's like we've had a personality transplant.
Mm-hmm.
She is laughing. She's engaging with people. It's a person that we've really never seen before on YouTube. This might be how she is in real life. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of have my own thoughts about that, but we'll probably get to it.
Yep. So they're talking about the parade. Now, do you guys remember this from last July when she was carrying the banner and she was at the Fun Fest parade? There was something said from Allie to her. Well, we got two different versions of the story from Candace's mouth a few days ago. She said at the parade, Allie flipped her off and said, "Ha ha, I got your kid."
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I heard something different to that originally.
Right.
But was that from Ali? Because Candace said
We've
before.
had too many different stories about
Right.
what was said and the exchange.
Okay.
So within seconds, this isn't the normal Candace says one thing on Monday and it changes on Friday type of scenario.
Yeah.
Within a few seconds, she says, they asked her again. And she says that Allie said to her, "Ha ha, we got your bitch." So, of course, people are upset about that because she's calling Summer the B word.
Wow.
I'm just going to chalk it up to this, Candace. I don't think this happened.
I don't either.
Not saying I'm a fan of Allie's, because I'm not, because she led her son around you.
Yeah.
But my problem is this sounds very made up. And the fact that the story changed so fast within seconds tells me a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think that Ali said that. I don't think Ali would. I mean, she's not maybe the brightest star in the sky, but she doesn't seem like completely malicious like that.
No, and not to mention she is fearful of Candace. She was afraid to go get her own kids and had to call the police.
Yeah, right.
Even in a public setting, let's face it, we've seen Candace's behavior at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
What would stop her from going over and beating the hell out of Allie right there in front of God and everybody?
Yeah, exactly. Which you would do if someone actually said that to you. I don't think you'd just let it lie, would you? And just be like, "Oh, okay, you just called my child the B word, so I'm just going to let you get away with that until 8 months later when I'm talking about it on someone else's YouTube channel."
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I mean, timing's everything, but 8.5 months, I got a problem with, Candace.
Right.
All right. So then she goes on, she explains her, emotions, how she deals with, I guess Summer being missing.
How does she deal with that?
Well,
just out of interest, how does she deal with it?
Well, besides a jug of brown liquid. Now she didn't say that. I'm just putting that in there.
Yeah, I know.
She explains that she can't cry on demand.
Oh.
Well, okay. Well, we figured you weren't on the cast of Days of Our Lives. We didn't picture you being Demi Moore in Ghost. What
Just
a
a bit,
weird thing to say. No one's asking you to fake it. You
right?
don't
No,
have to be bawling your eyes out to show you care.
absolutely. And be human, just be human about having human emotions. Like, nobody asked you to bawl down the phone when you were pretending that Don had been arrested and taken to Boston. No one asked you to burst into tears when you were asked about the cornbread mafia on the Dr. Phil show, Candace. We just wanted to see you shed some tears for Summer. That might have been,
Mhm.
an appropriate use of your tears rather than crying on demand.
I want to know where she got that term.
Hmm.
Someone has said that to her because she wouldn't have put that phrase together herself.
Yeah, true.
Okay. So since you brought it up, and I totally forgot about it because I tell you what, I have to block a lot of stuff out with this case.
Yeah.
She can cry on demand. So now you're a liar, Candace, because we heard you calling Mary saying, "Oh, they guys took Donnie."
Exactly. She can cry when it's about herself. It's not about crying on demand. It's about crying when it's appropriate. That's what she can't do.
Mm-mm.
She can't cry when it's about Summer, but she's perfectly able to cry when it's not helping me.
Oh, hell no, that day, and it wasn't helping her fat ass either. She was ripping off cords. She's jerking at her jean jacket. It's not helping me. And I was like, well, we are here to help you.
Yeah,
I
I
can make
know.
it real easy. If you want to look
Mhm.
at the screen right now, 800 TBI fine. They got all your answers.
Amazing how you don't see that on her YouTube channel, isn't it?
Isn't that
These
fun?
numbers scrolling along the bottom of her YouTube channel.
Nope. Doesn't even bring it up. It's kind of, I don't know. I got a lot to say about that. I got to save that up for a minute before I get all, uh, beside myself.
Right.
So she said she's working on the house and she's getting encouragement to get the boys back. Well, it looks like she did get to visit the boys over the weekend. The thing is, I can't get over like she's really relaxed, she's laughing, she's calm, and I'm trying to figure it out. Is she taking medication
That's what I think.
or is it just because Dawn's off her ass? I can't figure it out.
Could be a multitude of reasons, really. She
Mhm,
could have to be medicated because, well, according to her mother, Candace suffers from bipolar disorder. And if she's not medicated for that, that could explain a lot of the mood swings and stuff that we've seen since June. And if part of her rehabilitation, if you like, so that she can get her boys back, is that she has to be medicated for that bipolar disorder, then it's quite possible that she is at the moment taking medication, which has caused her moods to become more stable,
mhm.
possibly. And it's possible that that's one of the reasons why her demeanor, sorry, seems to have improved. Do you think?
I think so. And Cindy here says medication on the nightstand. Yeah. So I guess that answers a lot of her story because when I saw her, and I'm listening to her demeanor,
Hmm.
and I'm like, where is Candace? Where'd
Right.
Candace go? Because this is
What have you
not the
done with
Candace
Candace?
we know. This is
Right.
not the Candace we know. Bullhorn Betty says you shouldn't take bipolar meds with alcohol.
Hmm.
That's a big warning. That's
Right.
a big, big warning.
And possibly that night when she was at the hotel, when the video came out the other day, it's quite possible that she had a reason to be sober that night because she was possibly seeing her children the next morning, and she might have had to have taken a test, a sample, urine
Mhm,
sample. So perhaps it was a combination of being medicated and also being sober
mhm.
that allowed her to function and look like I say normal human being, but even a normal human being wouldn't be that happy 8 months after their daughter disappeared, would they?
No, but a medicated human being that has a
Right,
normal level of
right,
serotonin in their
absolutely.
brain would. And
Would.
she, like I said, she was engaging. I'll show that in a little bit.
Hmm.
But for her to say good evening, I hope everyone's having a good weekend, that's something a normal person says.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's something a normal person says. So, it was a 180, and I'm not joking, freaked me out. All right.
yeah.
So she goes on to talk about the house and stuff that she's doing to the house. She needs flooring done. in one of the rooms.
Yeah,
She's
no shit.
estimating about 6 boxes. And I'm like, oh, but that plywood floor looked so good, Candace. But anyway, she needs about 6 boxes. And I saw, I guess some people, I don't know who these people are, but a lot of people are volunteering to help her and stuff like that. Okay. I mean, it is what it is, got to get the floor done. I don't think the floor is what's hinging on her getting the boys back,
No, it's
but
possibly part of it though.
yeah.
I mean, we all saw the before and after pictures when Summer went missing. Her bedroom floor, I put the word bedroom in inverted commas, as to when it was she was on the Dr. Phil show when it was all pink and girly. So she obviously is trying. Well, she is trying to do something to improve the house, I guess.
Right.
It's not the be all and end all to getting her kids back, but it's probably got to be done because that house was never going to be safe for any child to live in, let alone 4 of them.
Nope. Nope. Not at all. And Amanda, birthday girl Amanda, said, I think she's trying to fool everyone to get more people on her side.
Possibly, but
Oh,
she
that's
just
good.
admitted that she's not that great an actress because she can't cry on demand. So it's unlikely that she can act like a really nice person now when people will believe her.
She's trying her best. I don't think it's all a fake act because
I
I
don't think
I
it's
do
fake.
think she's getting treatment for something,
Yeah,
not
me too.
alcoholism, because she's acting like a totally different person. She's
Yeah,
being a little. She's never going to tell us the truth, guys. She's never going to tell us the truth. That's
but
not.
she's also not that great an actress, is she? That she could just pretend to be someone completely different to what we've seen over the last 8 months. I don't think she has the acting ability to be able to do that.
No, but I mean, I'm already seeing these comments about, oh, it's because she has battered women syndrome and with him away, she can be herself. No, I'm not buying that. Mm-mm.
That might be a part of it, I guess. That could be a contributing factor. But they completely codependent, those two, in that relationship. And as far as I know, she was completely codependent with her first husband as well. So I kind of wonder how sustainable this change of personality and character is in the long run. Could just be something that's happening right now because she's on the right medication. She's motivated to get her boys back. She's possibly got someone helping her with all of this because she wasn't on her own at that hotel the other night. So perhaps it is a part of it. I just wouldn't say it's the whole reason is because Don's not there.
No, there's never going to be a whole reason in this
No.
entire case. There's so many layers to this shit
Yeah.
cake
Mm-hmm.
that there's never going to
Absolutely.
be a whole reason. There is
No.
a reason she's acting different, and like I said, I don't know what it is.
Yeah. I feel medication is the only thing really to me that makes sense. Is that you don't just have a personality transplant just because your husband goes to jail. You have a medication program, especially knowing that she quite likely has a condition like bipolar. It's not really possible to function with that illness without medication. Not no ability to function as a human being, I mean, without that medication. And anybody that's ever known anyone or had that condition themselves that has any self-awareness will understand what the difference between you off medication and on medication can be. It's almost transformative.
Yes. And on top of that, she doesn't have the discernment to understand that these people that are coming out of the woodwork to encourage her may not have her best intentions at heart.
Right. I mean, the same people that are always accusing the CPS of failing and not doing their job are the ones now rallying round to try to encourage CPS to fail and not do their job by
And
giving
that pisses me more than anything.
right
You
by
can't
giving
scream from the rooftops, CPS should be doing something, and then turn around and say that you want them not to do their job and for the boys to be back with their mother.
right.
And I use that
Exactly.
term loosely. Let's see if
Yeah.
Kevin's connected.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Kev.
Hey.
Hey, what up?
Hey,
Not
Kevin.
much.
Sorry about all that. It took me forever. I had to get a hold of my wife. I had to shut my computer down and restart everything.
Is it working now?
Yes, ma'am, it is working.
Excellent.
I missed, but anyway, hi to everybody. Hi, Brooks. Hi, Kat. Yeah, I'm just now jumping in, so I'm behind.
That's okay. That's okay. We're just going over what Candace said. That's pretty much it. So as she gets in through the phone call, she says she's no longer in love with Don. She says
Has she ever been?
she says she loves him, but she's not in love with him. Then she goes on to say she'll do anything for him because he is, the children's dad, but she can't keep going the way she is going. Then she goes on to say she's done. She goes on to say she's done and that slash day is coming. But Donnie doesn't know she feels that way. So I'm just going to play a small clip right now so you guys can hear this. And let's hear it out of the horse's mouth.
I love him, but I'm not in love with him anymore.
Right.
And I'll do anything for him because he's the kid's dad. But I cannot keep going the way I'm going. If that makes sense.
Yeah, look. And if you feel like that you will be in a better position for the boys and for summer and
For
yourself, sometimes you have to do that.
Yeah.
And that's hard. I mean, that's a hard thing.
Donnie's gonna hear this at the end of this, but it doesn't even matter. I love Donnie to death. He's my kid's dad. Hold on, Cam. Let me get this out.
Yeah, I'm not saying no.
Please let me get this out. I love Donnie to death. I love him because he's the kid's dad. But as far as being in love with him anymore, I am done.
Ooh.
He just doesn't understand how and what I feel.
Right. Yeah.
Have another drink.
Well,
I love him. I love him to death. No, Cam, this has nothing to do with you or Allie.
No, I didn't. No, I wasn't saying that. I was talking. I said I don't want to say anything. I don't want to get in between it. You go ahead. That's what I was saying.
No, you're not. You're not in between. You're not in between. But I'm letting you know how I feel about the whole script.
Right.
The whole script.
I'm married to him. He's my husband. I love him. But I'm not in love with him anymore. He has done what he has done. And I love him to death. I will always care for him. But as far as him and me keep going, there's going to be a slash jag, if you know what I mean.
Have some more R&R.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what would you say? You go ahead. You're a woman. I'll let you talk with that.
Well, I mean, you guys have just...
Wait.
Sorry.
Spit it out. Spit it out, Allie. Spit it out.
Okay, so from the horse's mouth, she's done with him. Slash day is coming. Some people think she might have been drinking. I didn't see her take a drink of anything. But anyway, if she was, she was. I don't know. It's not a surprise. It wouldn't be a surprise, So no, it's not a rumor. No one's making anything up. I don't speculate on here. This is clearly what she's saying. She's done with him. She's done. It's really the only thing Candace has ever said that actually made a little bit of sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't doubt she wants away from Don. I don't doubt that.
Well, the timing's pretty near perfect. That's what she wants.
Don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
They have a toxic relationship. Those relationships like that go in cycles. So one day it's Donnie's the best daddy and drywaller in the world, to breaking doors and prank calling people. This has been their cycle.
Yeah.
So besides Dawn in jail, their daughter missing, there is a newness in Candace's life for the first time, something she has never had before.
Mm.
And that's attention.
Yep.
She's never had this kind of attention.
No. The
I
last
mean-
time she broke up with her ex, who was the father of, presumably, of her first two children, she didn't have YouTube then, did she, to go on and exploit herself?
No, and it wasn't a public matter. It wasn't a public
Exactly.
matter at all because she didn't have a missing child.
Mhm.
Let me see. Oh, I'm sorry, I was reading a comment. I'm sorry. So anyway, I mean, she's getting attention. And I
Mhm.
mean, there's all these people, whether they're pretending to be her friend or they're actually sincere, these people want to hear from her. They want to associate with her. And I think that's going to give her the push she needs for Slash Day.
Right.
Because she's got a confidence she's never had before.
Yeah.
She goes from being like thirsty for friends to people wanting to be her friend. And I fully encourage Slash Day for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. For one, I don't care who it is. I don't want anybody in a toxic relationship.
Mm.
And what a beautiful thing it would be if they could actually testify against each other for summer.
Right.
For
Right.
summer.
Because while they're married, they're not going to be forced to testify against each other. If they're divorced, then that's a completely different story.
Yep. And I fully encourage it.
Yeah,
You
me
know,
too.
and let's not forget, history repeats itself, and it's repeated itself for Candace. Because
Yep.
once again, Candace is with a man, and CPS has taken their children away.
Yeah.
Now, she left the last one, left him in the dirt. And this is a much more dire situation. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility for her to get gone and get the hell away.
Yep. With the kids?
I don't think she's going to leave that hill or anything like that. I mean, someone's going to explain to her her rights.
Yeah.
Um,
Does she? She doesn't own the house, though, does she?
You need to watch the entire live. Okay, yeah, I just saw that one clip. So yeah, I heard it got a lot wilder.
Who owns the property? Because if she decides to stay there and she gets the boys back, presumably Don owns that property because it was his parents' house, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
In most states, and Tennessee's one of them, it's a community property.
Okay, so while she's still married to him, they jointly own the house.
Right. And so there
If
would
she
have
gets
to be
divorced-
a division of assets.
Right, exactly. So if she owns, say, half of the house and division of assets, then she's got to get the kids back, sell the house to divide the assets, and get away from that hill, all with keeping her 3 boys intact.
Exactly.
I don't know. Mm-hmm.
It's quite the uphill quite the uphill battle she's got.
Yeah.
Prime Time said, "What's the big deal about her drinking?" I really don't care if she drinks. I don't care if she gets sloshed every day and jumps on YouTube. As far as her getting her boys back, she has to pass random tests. She can't be drunk. She can't be drunk. She can't be doing drugs.
She seemed to stay sober the night before when she was at the hotel. She seemed to be sober then. And she took her kids out the next day to I don't know what you would call that, Brooks. I called it a jumping inflatable park, but I don't think that's what it's called.
I don't know what that was. But no, as far as her drinking, I honestly don't care who drinks. Have one for me, Candace. I don't care. But if you're being told, and anybody that is going through this process with Department of Human Services, DCYF, CPS, whatever they call it, you got to be a teetotaler. You can't piss hot and see your kids.
Right.
So
yeah, see, this is what makes me think that, you know, everyone's quite hyped up, I guess, at the moment about Candace's different personality and all of this kind of thing. But in my mind, and I'm not saying that this is a, you know, fact or anything, this is just how I feel, is that to sustain this level of motivation, of sobriety, of, you know, willingness, etc., is going to take a hell of a lot for Candace. I don't think it's going to be like come naturally to her in any way, shape or form. So to actually get her kids back is not just going to be as simple as doing 6 months like this. I don't feel like she's going to sustain it for 6 months.
I don't think she can without proper treatment. Okay,
No.
guys, I've got to correct something. The video that she posted, you're 100% right. That's an old video. That wasn't from the weekend.
Oh, okay. So that's interesting. I thought it was
Yeah.
from the weekend.
No,
Thank
I'm
you for
sorry.
the-
I'm sorry. No. Spank me and put me in the corner. That's an old video.
And me, because I didn't know that either. So thank you very much.
Well, it's been posted before.
I just wonder, isn't there a gag order still on the boys, or are they allowed to keep showing their faces on YouTube? I don't know.
From what I understand, you can show all the pictures. I mean, their pictures are all over her many public Facebook accounts. She can't talk about the goings on with getting the boys back.
Okay, I see what you mean. So it's not actually a privacy problem with posting old videos of the boys. She just wouldn't be able to make any new videos and post them up.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So people are asking if her and Dawn are actually married. I am Team Summer. Answered it. They were married 8/12/2016, Sullivan County Clerk Records.
Okay, thank you.
And what a joyous day that was for everyone.
Yeah, you could tell by the photos it was a glorious occasion.
Yeah, so before I get on to my next soapbox, I got to address this from Sonia. Please leave the boys where they are at. Agreed. They will end up like Summer because Candace will end up with another Dawn.
Right.
Who else could she catch? Kat and I were talking about this. You know how many people are, I mean, their whole lives have been a struggle to try to find the one, you know, their soulmate.
Yeah.
How this bitch digs up men, and next thing you know, they're paying her bills. I'll never know. But it is a history with her. It is a cycle. She had 2 children within Wisconsin. CPS took them. Then we get Dawn, cut from the same cloth. 3 boys in CPS custody, a daughter missing. Give those boys back. She'll bring another man like that around.
Yeah.
As if she's not bad enough.
And don't forget, she's already lost her first 2 kids permanently. She never made any efforts to get those boys back either, did she? Or the boy and the girl, sorry.
No,
she
and
never
that's
made
what I
any
was saying. It's a pattern with her, who she picks.
Mm-hmm.
The first man she had her 2 children with, state of Wisconsin took the children. Then we meet Dawn. State of Tennessee takes the boys.
Right.
Summer's missing. She doesn't know how to pick them, nor do the men know how to pick.
No. You would think it could possibly because they see her as vulnerable, but which to some extent, you know, she is. But then again, seems to be able to give as good as she gets in terms of relationships. So I kind of just think that, you know what I was saying before about the motivation being sustainable? She was never motivated to get her first children back at all. In fact, she told her daughter in no uncertain terms where to go when she tried to make contact. So I kind of wonder if this isn't all just a flash in the pan. And in a few weeks' time, we're going to go back to seeing Candace be exactly how she was without Dawn, but exactly how she is. Because I think that's who she is. And I don't think you can change fundamentally who you are.
Nope. And I'm looking at this from Lori right now. Nope. Never tried to get them back or even counts them as her children anymore. You're exactly right. She only talks about the 3 boys and Summer. It's almost like the talking about Summer is like forced. It's like a forced language that she's trying to make herself. She's trying to learn to use. And it's sick. She never mentions her 2 older children. Never.
No.
Even Dawn, when talking about their family, he doesn't mention his other children. He doesn't mention her other children. He's got stepchildren. She's got stepchildren.
Yep.
They're talking about the children they've had together.
I just kind of wonder if
Candace don't exist.
I wonder if Candace is going to write these children off the same way she wrote her first two children off ultimately. Because Candace only ever has done, from the time we've known Candace has only ever done what's good for Candace. You know, Candace was the one trying on hats while the police were out, and talking to Ali while the police were outside talking to people that are around trying to find Summer. Candace didn't even want to speak to the people about Summer then. And that was the night she went missing. So 8 months later, what is suddenly making her want to talk about Summer now?
It seems to me, and she's doing it publicly. She's doing it on YouTube. Like I said, she's a YouTuber now. This happened over the weekend.
So ironic.
Yeah. She's doing the best that she can to try to act like she's advocating for Summer, because she's got some convincing to do with CPS that she is this compassionate, loving mother. Whether they buy it or not, I don't know. I hope so, because I hope not. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm really screwing this up today. I agree with Jackie. She wants sympathy, but I think that the boys deserve a second chance. I don't want them to wind up like her two older children, like Dawn's older children, or God forbid, like Summer. They deserve a second chance at life.
Yeah. Yeah, I think someone just made a comment in the chat. I can't remember who it was. It was Mama K. If Candace remarries, she'll forget the boys too. Well, that's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that if she has got someone else on the go at the moment, and that's what's changed her mood for this, you know, elated kind of manic thing that we're seeing in front of us, perhaps she'll do exactly what she did when she met Don and forget about her first two children. You know, perhaps she'll meet someone else and forget about her previous 6 children. All I can hope is that she's been sterilized or is not allowed to have any more children. I mean, it's just unbearable, the thought that she could bring more children into the world.
Or what if who she gets with has their own children? Odds are they're going to have their own children.
Right.
We see how she treats her own flesh and blood. How do you think she's going to treat a stepchild?
Exactly. She doesn't have anything to do with her other 2 stepchildren.
No.
Who live in Utah, I presume.
No. No. Bullhorn said, bingo, Debbie Whitehead. What'd Debbie say? I missed it. Chat's going fast. I didn't slow it down. Told you guys I'm kind of rusty here. Debbie Whitehead, she wants money. Yep, she does. And that's the only reason we got to get the boys back.
Yeah. I thought it was really interesting. You explained that to me last week, that she stands to make benefit money or like government payments or something if she has her children that she wouldn't get otherwise.
Yeah. Food stamps and benefits times 4 is better than times 1. Because, you know, Candace, she's getting ready to leave again. She mentioned that. Dawn worries about her. Dawn gets mad and stuff like that. He's worried what's going to happen when Candace leaves. She said he worries. Well, I don't think he's so much worried about you, but the fact that you won't collect calls, he's in there by himself. I have no shits to give. But anyway, I guarantee he is sweating bullets, because who knows when he's going to become the 100% fall guy.
Yeah.
That's going through his mind. I
was just about to say that you can bet every dollar that you've got that he's sitting in jail right now going, oh, crap.
Uh-huh. Because who knows?
Don't turn on me.
Okay, Jenny thinks Candace has already left. Oh, I thought she was getting ready to leave. I don't know. But like I said, we're going to show a clip in just a second of the new creator on the streets of YouTube. Her name is no longer Candace Wells. It is Candace Bly. I personally think she should just be like Prince and just go by Candace. I do not see that this channel is benefiting Summer in any way, shape, or form. If it was, she would mention things like phone numbers. 800 TBI find. She could be begging people saying, please call this number with credible tips. Like, I know you all have your own stuff going on, whether you might have a warrant, you don't want to talk to the police. You can even call John Walsh and leave an anonymous tip, and they won't even know who you are. But 800 TBI find. She just keeps saying that she wants Summer back. Well, you can want in one hand and shit in the other and see which one fills up faster. The only way to get to the end of this is to call 800 TBI find with a credible tip. That's how you do it. Anything you want to interject, Kevin? Are you connected? Because it keeps showing you in and out.
Oh, I'm here. I'm just listening. My opinion, first of all, I think Candace was drunker than a damn monkey when she did that video. It was obvious, in my opinion. I just, maybe, and she is the type of woman that could pack up and just head out of Dodge. I mean, she's that kind of a character. And I just, in my opinion, if those boys go back there, first of all, I'll be livid. And second of all, I think that is one of the worst decisions that could ever be made in frickin' history, returning them kids to those animals. Seriously. I pray to God that don't happen. She doesn't deserve a fucking thing, in my opinion. And will she leave Don? Who knows? Probably, why wouldn't she? Because I can guarantee you one thing. We talked about this morning. Don is sitting his ass up in jail. No cigarettes, no liquor, no drugs, no trim from Candace. Candace is on YouTube running the shit show now. Don being such a freaking narcissist, I'm sure he is absolutely spitting bullets in jail. And in my opinion, this is going to be very interesting how this plays out with Candace telling Don that she loves him, but she's not in love with him. I don't think she's ever been in love with anybody, not even herself. Some shit could start popping here by her actions right now, saying that she's going to leave Don and all that. I'm sure that is infuriating Don. I'm sure he's angry. He's lonely. He's tired. He's sick. He, being a narcissist, he can't control his shit show that he started. I'm sure Don is fuming mad in jail. And it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out if Candace does split the scene. That's all.
No, I totally agree. I guarantee he's fuming in there.
Oh, yeah.
And she even said in that clip, he's going to hear this soon. She knows somebody's going to get a hold of him. He's going to make a phone call to his sister, or, somebody will get word to him one way or another, and he's going to be mad. And she even said she didn't care. She didn't care. And I do not want those boys to go back to her. I'm sorry.
Me either.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
They should have ripped them of their parental rights when they saw the family court judge back in the fall or late summer.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's the worst thing that could ever happen is returning them boys to that shithole, those drug addicts, those alcoholics. I'm not saying, if you're a drug addict or an alcoholic, you're a terrible person. That's not what I'm saying. But history, you made a great point. History repeats itself. Okay. I don't see Candace whatsoever changing any behavior. She was drunker than a monkey on that video. Somebody in chat said you can see her drinking. She tips the bottle up. I haven't watched the video.
If you watch the whole thing, I didn't play any of it. I really just wanted to concentrate on the audio. And that's why I said I didn't see her drinking. Her face is kind of sluggish.
Yeah.
And her speech is slurred and slow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. Like she's got maybe some type of brain thing going on from abusing alcohol and drugs for so many years. That could be part, or people have been saying it could be Bell's palsy or whatever it is. I
just thought that was Candace's face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When people drink copious amounts of alcohol, their face will fall.
Well, I was in a treatment center in the VA once, and there was guys in there, and they had what they called wet brain, and it was from drinking. These dudes, drank so much they were literally in a wheelchair with a helmet on, with a drool cup, just from drinking, you know. And that was a sad thing to see. But nothing change. I've said this a million times. Nothing changes if nothing changes. And I don't see Candace's, in my opinion, her behavior is still drug and alcohol induced. I don't know how that plays with getting the boys back as far as being
It's a
clean.
no-go. It's a no-go.
Right.
She's got to test clean. It's a no-go.
Mhm.
That
She
has
can
to
do
be
whatever
all the
she
time.
wants to do at home. But when she submits a specimen, it's got to be clean.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with you. I could give a damn less what she drinks or smokes or puts in her arm. I don't care what she does. I just pray to God them boys never return, and I pray to God Summer's found. That's what I care about. Candace can destroy her life. She already has, and that she continues to do it. You know, she's, in my opinion.
And how
Dawn
many
can't.
second chances can one woman be given?
Right.
I
You
know,
have
right?
2 children taken by the state of Wisconsin. God blesses you with 4 more, and look what you did. Rinse,
Yep.
repeat.
I see that as 6 chances personally.
I do too.
Maybe 7, right?
Maybe 7. I've
Yeah.
heard 8. I don't know. I'm just going with the ones that I can verify.
But if she leaves Dawn, that's going to be very interesting. What Dawn's, I don't think Dawn's going to take this like a whipped puppy and no, he's not going to tuck his tail and run. No way. This
Yeah, I
man
can
is
see
too
him.
much.
I can see him not even agreeing to a divorce.
Right. Yep.
He's only in
such
prison
a
for 6
narcissist.
months. Yeah, exactly. And he's only going to, well, theoretically, he's only away for 6 months. So he's not going to think to himself, oh, she won't come back to me when I get out. He's going to be sitting there thinking, I'm getting her back. Simple.
You know what, Kat? That's a great point, because and God hope this isn't true, but it could. Let's say that nothing is done in the next 6 months and Don gets out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be very interesting.
Yeah,
Well, and I think about this too, because, you know, I mean, I look at all sides of everything.
Right.
Dawn is going to be pissed. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
When this gets back to him that she's not in love with him, / day is coming. He is vindictive. And I'm telling you what, he's not going over the cliff by himself. So now here we have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
We have a DA that's going to say he's been sitting on this information for almost a year. How can we put this in front of a jury? Because a defense attorney is going to rip it up. I don't care if the dude passed the bar last Wednesday. He's going to rip it up and say, you had nothing to say until she left you.
Yeah.
How can we believe you?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be the motivation.
And then we were talking, Brooks, on the other hand, now I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. He has got to be absolutely already freaking mad as a hornet. I'll put myself in his shoes. You know, if I was sitting in there and my other half was pulling what she's pulling, yeah, I'd be pissed off for sure. But if he doesn't say anything, to me, that's an alarming thing too, right? Do you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, and we've been over this, and I get what you're saying. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be breaking news on WJHL that he's singing like a bird in there.
Right.
We're only going to know when they come out and say someone has come forward, or there's a credible tip, and this is what they're doing. The best thing would be for someone to be able to communicate with him and him tell them what they're doing. As we have found out everything else for almost the last year, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, because LE isn't going to tell, or WJ, they're not going to tell everybody any. I mean, let's just say they give Don a deal in jail or something. LE isn't going to come out and tell us what's going on. Yeah, you're right about that. I mean,
no, we won't find that out till the trial. That's when it's all going to come out.
You're right.
I'm just
that's
playing
true.
devil's advocate. I'm just saying, it's 8.5 months. I mean, tomorrow is March 1st. We in a couple of weeks, we are going to be having another show that says summer missing 9 months. Sad but true.
Yeah.
We are. Sad but true. We are. That's when a defense attorney says, but he didn't say anything until 1, he went to jail, and 2, she left him.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be eaten up. So they're going to have to be really strategic and really careful about it.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to love this. So everybody remembers our favorite story from Candace, and it's the planting flowers story. Okay.
The script.
The script. Remember when she said she walked her to the porch? Okay. Yep. Helicopter mom patrol, who didn't even feed her daughter lunch that day, made sure to walk her 200 feet hand in hand over to the porch. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. So again, she's talking, and listen to this. We have to listen to it a couple of times to listen to what she says.
Yeah. What if I did this right? What if I did that right? What if I walked out there with her? What if I did this? What if
All right, we're going to listen to that again.
Uh-huh.
So she's telling us that she walked her over the porch. Now she's saying, if I walked out there with her, what is she talking about?
Yeah. What if I did this right? What if I did that right? What if I walked out there with her? What if I did this? What if I
did this? What if I did that? Well, according to you, you walked her to the porch.
Thank you, Candace, for telling us you didn't walk Summer to the porch.
Thank you, Candace. It's the best thing you've done all weekend. Thank you, Candace.
You just got caught again in another lie. Great job, Brooks.
And I agree with Bullhorn Betty. The truth is in the lies. Exactly. I hate when people dismiss it and they're like, you can't believe anything they say. Oh, you can. You can if you listen. Because when their guard is down is when they tell you the truth. When they're trying to convince you of something, forget it. But when the guard is down and they're blah, 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 then you're going to find it in there.
Yep. She just got busted. Candace did. Just got busted again.
So we have a screen recording from the hotel. Is it okay if I play this, Kat?
Yes. So I'm just eating chocolate. But yes,
can
totally
you
fine.
Share with us?
I want some.
Minstrels. Galaxy chocolate. That's really nice. But I've got a mouthful of it, so I'm just going to mute for a second. And yes, you can play the video.
And you're going to share with everybody.
I want some chocolate.
I love you guys pretty much.
Okay, so this is Candace in the hotel. Everybody wants some chocolates. Kat's being stingy today. So this is Candace at the hotel. Now, I saw some comments that were screenshotted to me, people saying, oh, wow, your house looks great. This is not her house. This is clearly a hotel. There is a child behind her on the couch sleeping. That child is not Summer Wells.
No.
Okay, I understand a lot of people. I go more with what Emma said, that it's more than likely Dale's grandchild. Dale is her friend that accompanies her different places. I'm not saying it is. It just makes more sense to me.
The child on the swing, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yes, the child on the swing. Everybody was like, who is that? This is not her son. This is not Summer. I wish it was. I wish it was Summer. I wish it was Summer. Purple Rain, you're 100% right. The truth never changes. The fact her story always changes speaks volumes. Yep. So let's watch this. Kevin, I want you to pay a specific attention, okay?
Okay.
Because you, especially, my friend, are going to enjoy this, okay?
Well, I bet.
All right. So she is sober, okay? She is talking like a normal human being, Okay, so I'm just differentiating between the videos. We've seen her high as a cat's ass. Okay, this isn't one of those moments.
Hi everyone. Trying to get my friend to come up here so we can just talk just for some fun. I don't know how this all works, but I'm gonna try to figure it out.
So this is her trying to do a live stream. From what I've been told, she was doing it directly from YouTube. She wasn't using StreamYard or Restream, so she couldn't drop a link to come in. What upsets me about this is not the fact that she's using the computer for her live stream, is that somebody left her alone with their child.
Yep.
Let us not forget, with all the BS that goes on, everyone is still a suspect.
Yeah, that's what I find alarming. There's a kid near her. That shit would never happen on my watch, but that's what I find very disturbing about this whole thing, is that child on YouTube with Candace in the background. That is alarming.
And whether she is guilty, involved, or not, the fact that she hasn't been cleared is enough to cause alarm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We do not know what went down that day. All we know is what we have been told. So all I'm saying is there is no reason in the world to leave a child alone with someone who is under suspicion.
Absolutely not.
That's ridiculous. I'm not saying Candace did anything. I will say this, one way or another, whether it's out of neglect or anything, we do know that she has a history of abuse with children. It's proven. It's court record. Okay.
It's fact.
It's not he said, she said.
It's a fact.
You're right, buddy. It is fact. Every time they have spoken out, Lawson particularly, everyone is still a suspect. It's not everyone but Candace. So she is in that net. So whoever found it appropriate to leave their child unsupervised with them, I feel bad for this child.
Just bear with me. Okay, maybe I can't figure it out. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's having a great evening.
Okay, that's a normal thing to say. That's normal conversation.
All right.
Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great evening. When I got to this part, which is seconds in, I out loud said, and I was by myself, so I'm definitely showing some signs of crazy too. By myself, I blurted out, "What have you done with Candace?"
Who are you and what have you done with Candace?
Where's Candace? Because Candace don't give a rat's ass who has a good weekend or evening.
I hope everyone has a great night tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that child can sleep through a lot of noise, right? You've got her talking, the TV blaring in the background.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? I will say this. My children could sleep through, a tsunami, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know, when kids get that worn out and they've had a big day, I don't know what all they were doing that day. When they go to sleep, they're conked out.
Yeah.
And the noise in the background is a TV playing.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, much love to everybody. I don't know how to get this working. I'm trying to. get her to be able to come up here and.
I don't know who she's trying to bring on her live, because she keeps saying, trying to get my friend to come up here.
Yeah.
Hope everybody's having a good evening. Hope everybody has a good night. Mentions, good weekend. I don't know what she's doing in the hotel. I can't tell. I've heard rumors, but nothing confirmed, by her. She's trying to get this to work. Well, she knows a few people on YouTube that she could have called and they could have done it for her.
Yeah, or they could have told her you can't broadcast through YouTube and have a panel.
Right.
You need StreamYard or something.
Yeah, you have to StreamYard. So, I'm sure she'll get that down soon. Little does she know those services do cost money, but somebody will help her out. No problem. All right. And the only reason I'm showing this is because you can't really make out the child's face, okay? And she had this video up all weekend long. She just took it down, I want to say yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
She knew the child was in the video.
I can't get it to work.
If I only had a brain.
Her eyes and her voice are clear, okay?
Right, I was going to say, if she puts
any
further into her ear, then it's going to come out the other side.
Didn't she get denture work done or something?
Well, yeah, but she had them take them out again, didn't she?
I don't think she has her teeth in. That's for sure.
I don't think so either. But she had all that work done when she was at Dr. Phil.
Right.
And that took a hot minute to mess up the dental work, because they do tell you when you've had extractions, implants and stuff, you better find a nicotine patch or something. And days later, we see her at the Dallas airport with a cigarette hanging out of her mouth, and then she wonders why her gums are infected. But anyway.
Oh, Candace.
During the gold rush in the early 1900s, miners discovered the creek through a huge living fluid to mine Virginia Falls. If the old timers also hit this spot,
I don't know what I'm doing.
200 feet up creek,
It's kind of funny though.
We know what you're doing.
It's something new. I've never did this before, so I just figured I'd try it out. It's kind of cool, though.
The hell are you smiling about?
I guess it won't let me bring anybody up, so.
Well, who does she want to bring up so bad? I wish she would have mentioned that.
Yeah, me too. Because whoever she was hoping to bring up surely would have known that she had to be using StreamYard to do it. So whoever she wanted to bring up, they maybe didn't want to come up because they didn't tell her that she needed to use StreamYard.
She's got some great friends in her corner, let me tell you, because I would have been like, let's just say, obviously, you're an intelligent person, and the thing is, if you're just figuring out YouTube, there's like a million things you don't know.
Right.
Right. So if a friend of mine is, getting into it, I'll be like, oh, hang on. This is what you have to do. I wouldn't just sit back and just let you crush it.
I mean, I possibly would if I wasn't that great of her friend, just to see her try,
Yeah. I would have texted her and been like, hey, log off and I'll show you how to do it.
Right.
It takes like 2 or 3 days, though, to get StreamYard connected.
Right.
So maybe that's what we're waiting on now. Somebody might have told her that on Saturday. So Sunday, today's Monday. Yeah. Hey, tomorrow she might have a panel. I don't know.
Yeah, but also even just to go live on YouTube, you have to register about 24 hours ahead of your first live. So she would have had to have, at some point, someone has registered this as a live broadcast on her channel. She wants to register StreamYard. That's going to take another 48 hours. So
Mhm.
saying in a couple of days' time, like you say, there's probably going to be a rather interesting panel, shall we say?
Yeah. 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 I
Can't
have a
wait for
feeling
that.
she's a real media mogul. I can't wait to see it.
Absolutely. Well, she's got the
Lisa
best
said,
media manager, you know.
yeah, where's the media manager? Did
Yeah,
you not
right.
explain to her how StreamYard works?
Yeah, evidently not.
Lisa said, this is a Candace we don't know. I agree. It's
Mhm.
really freaking me out.
If it goes any faster, I won't be able to catch up. Yeah, of course. Always. Love to have her as a moderate. Thank you.
A moderate.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Fuck's a moderate.
Appreciate that, everybody. Yeah, all I want to happen in my life right now is to bring my sweet daughter Summer back home.
Okay, so this is where you mentioned 800 TBI fine, Candace.
Yeah.
I want to bring my sweet daughter Summer back home. This is where you say, if anyone can help me, I need you to call 800 TBI fine.
Right.
Someone knows something. I'm going to help you out here, Candace. We're going to make this work, okay?
Yeah. For Summer's sake.
Mm-hmm. We don't just sit there and say, well, what I want. Well, we want that too. We don't want her to go back to you.
No. We don't want the boys to go back to you either.
But this is where we interject, Candace, all right? I'm helping you. When you say, what I want is for my daughter Summer to come back, that's when you say, and I need the public's help. I need anybody in the community or that was around June 15th that might have seen something, has credible information or something you think might have been off that day. I don't know, to call 800 TBI fine. That's the way we do it.
And how interesting is it that she didn't actually, you know, the first thing she was considering when she first went live on YouTube was how to bring someone up on the show with her, instead of actually like, how do I put the banner scrolling across the bottom of the screen that has the TBI fine number on it? Priorities,
Yeah.
Candace.
Which, I mean, for that, she would have to have StreamYard or Restream too.
Right.
So no one's walked her through that process.
No.
Bobby Preston, thank you. Thank you very much. This is just the way I'm seeing it, okay? I am a little bit biased, so forgive me. It seems to me that when she speaks about Summer, it's a forced reaction.
Yeah. It's because she read something in the chat that says, why aren't you talking about Summer, or something like that? Can you talk about Summer? So she just goes, oh, what happened in my life right now? I want my daughter Summer to come home. And, you know, then she'll go on and talk about something else. Yeah,
well, we can't just throw that out there. I want Summer to come home. Well, okay.
How are we
going to achieve that? What is the best way to achieve that? I'm going to say 800 TBI fine.
Exactly. And
well, also, didn't she say she basically let's just forget Summer, I'm concentrating on the boys?
Oh, that was a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. What does that tell you?
It's one thing to sit there and say, I want my daughter to come home. It's another thing to get off your ass and go looking for her, Candace.
Exactly.
You know where they've been searching.
I
mean, according to her, she searches every day. That'd be a good thing to put on your channel.
Yeah. Show yourself out searching. Show yourself out handing out leaflets like Maya Millet's sister. Show yourself campaigning for justice for your daughter. No, or sit on YouTube wondering how you get someone to come up on the panel with you. You know, priorities, Candace.
But she knows all about them cash apps.
Well, it also goes back to what I was saying earlier. She has something she's never had before in her life. And again, this is no excuse for her. It's none. But she has, the spotlight is on her. She is popular. People want to talk to her. She is getting what's in her mind is positive attention. So, of course, she wants to go live and she wants people to come on there and talk to her, people that
Yeah.
she knows supports her.
Exactly. It's not about Summer, it's about her.
It's
It's about
all
her
about her.
glory.
It's all about her. It's all about her. And as far as getting the boys back, again, that's all about her.
Mm.
That's all about her.
Come back home where they belong.
So right there, she pans, which I don't see that she moved anything. It's like she swiveled her chair and the camera moved with her.
Yeah.
Because like when I'm live on camera, if I move around, the camera moves with me. So I'm assuming she's got the same setup. If not, then she must have realized that the child was in the background, that would have been a good time to stop the live and take it down instantly. But she didn't do that. She left it up for days. So whoever's child this is must have said to her, you've got to take that down.
Yep.
That's what I wish more than life itself.
That makes no sense. That's what I wish more than life itself. I mean, people will say, oh, I love this more than life itself.
Right.
Or, this makes, I mean, something like that. But I wish more than life itself. Okay. Well, I'm going to start using that phrase, Candace. Thank you. Yeah.
Just answer a few questions on here. You can love somebody and not be in love with somebody all at the same time. And then to a lot of people,
Well, we
I know
hate
there's
you.
going to be a lot of haters that's going to be hating on me, but it's okay.
Oh, we fully encourage you leaving Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
We fully encourage this breakup. We fully encourage it. There's no hate here. No, go ahead. I fully encourage it. I'd
like to think that we fully encourage it because we see the long term and the bigger picture, whereas she's just looking at the here and now. We're seeing a possible court case in the future where she can testify against Don or he can testify against her because they're not married now.
Yep, because her love life, I don't give a shit about.
Right, exactly.
What she pours down her gullet, I don't give a shit about.
Nope.
When it comes to Summer, I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I fully encourage her. Candace, keep drinking. It's a good idea for you because that's going to keep you away from your boys.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with unwinding and having you a cool one. Go ahead. Dawn, yeah, I'm telling you, go ahead, sister. Get rid of him.
Yep.
Get rid of him. Like you said, you can love someone and not be in love with them. Now, obviously, this is a conversation she has had with someone that she is regurgitating. These are not her words.
No.
No. This is the same shit that Marlena Evans says on Days of Our Lives.
I can handle it.
Can't handle
I miss my daughter Summer with all my heart and soul, and I would, if she could come back safe and alive and sound, I would trade my body, my heart, my soul for her to come back.
Nobody wants your black ass soul or your heart.
You do, Kevin.
Yeah.
I miss my daughter.
Yeah, you look
Summer
like
with
it.
all my heart and soul.
Okay, so listen to how she says this. I might be reading too much into it, but listen to this.
No, you're not. You're right.
And I would, if she could come back safe and alive.
Look how she accentuates if.
Yep.
If. It had like 2 F's in it. If.
And there was that deep breath and that closed eyes and the whole like, if
she was alive.
If. She even takes her bottom lip and kind of like flicks against her gums. And if.
Yeah. She knows what if means.
Odd that Monkey's mom doesn't use this terminology.
No.
She wholeheartedly believes he's alive and wants him home with a quickness, like yesterday.
Yep. And doesn't stop searching day and night for him either.
Nope. If. Hear it again.
If she could come back safe and alive and sound, I would trade
back alive and sound.
alive and sound.
My body, my heart, my soul for her to come back. I don't know where she is, and I miss her very much. I miss my boys very much. And I
She's looking
really don't know what else to say tonight. But I hope everybody has a safe and wonderful weekend. Okay, that's all.
All right, so then she stops it right there. Somebody did walk in, but that didn't really seem to startle her. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think who walked in was going to stop her. I think she was getting frustrated with the live. That's just me, though. I don't know. Hang on. Moonshine Girl said she's shaking her head no while she says that.
Yeah, well, according to the behavioural panel, that's perfectly normal when it comes to Don.
If we got a bunch of new names in here, guys. I love y'all being piled in here on a Monday morning. Hit that sub button. Don't forget, we go live every morning at 9 a.m. All right, guys, help me with this because I'm very troubled that we have a YouTube channel that does not benefit Summer. I'm very troubled that we have an anxiousness suddenly to get the boys back. As far as the slash day with Dawn, I'm proposing that Hallmark makes a line of cards for one. Happy slash day.
Happy slash day.
Happy P day.
Happy slash day.
So I was explaining to Kevin before we came on what slash is about in the UK.
I gotta go take a slash.
There we go.
In the UK, it means you got a pee-pee. Prayer Garden said that tells us she knows Summer is no longer alive. Yep. Therefore, she knows what happened to Summer. Thank you for saying it. Thank you for saying it. And I don't like the whole, and if she's sound. Oh, okay. So if she's all broken up from being kidnapped, you don't really want her back?
No. Notice how she hasn't actually said the abduction theory since Don's been in jail. Not that I've heard anyway. The abduction theory was all Don.
That's a great point, bro. I mean, Kat, that's a great point.
Because she doesn't have anybody there beating the script in her head anymore.
Right. So
now we have a new script. It's called Let's Pretend It's Like Every Day's Halloween. Let's pretend to be a loving mother.
Right. I haven't had this opportunity to prove myself as a loving mother, and now my husband's in jail. I'm going to go on YouTube and prove it. I'd really like, in this new elated kind of sedated state that she's in, to ask her some questions. Like, I'd like to ask her about the cornbread mafia and see whether she can cry on demand now.
I'd like to ask her where she went on her walk or her run. That's what I'd like to know.
She ain't walked a day in her life. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to know.
And I agree with Amanda. I've got a feeling she's going to spill the truth on YouTube. She is loving the attention. She's going to say the wrong thing. She's not going to do a confession, but she's going to say something that triggers the authorities to go, oh.
Right.
It's going to be something that we would never pick up on.
Remember when, before Don went to jail, remember when he would go on YouTube and she'd be telling him to get off YouTube, get off there, get off that stream, don't go live, blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as he goes to jail, she's now the one doing the lives and the talking. I'm wondering if that was more him keeping her off YouTube or whether she was just desperate to get on herself. Because she seems pretty fine with YouTube now when she wasn't like a month ago before Don went to jail. She didn't want Don anywhere near YouTube.
I think some of it's got to do with the cash apps. So as long as she can keep her damn face out there and have people having sympathy for her black soul, she's gonna talk as long as the money comes rolling in. That's my opinion about her. But that's going to dry up one of these days. That's going to end.
But what changed, though? Because she hasn't put a cash app the same way she hasn't put out the TBI number. She also hasn't put a cash app out on her YouTube channel yet.
So
what changed her opinion of YouTube between Don going to jail and and before Don got into jail and now, that she didn't want Don to be on YouTube. She'd always be in the background, and now she's coming out front and center. Like, what's changed?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's because she likes the attention and she wants it to be all about her?
Right. I think this is about self-promotion. This is not about Summer. It's not even about Don anymore. It's about self-promotion. I'm not sure she's any more likely to spill anything now than she was before. But I think there's more of a risk of that happening because Don's not there to push her away and, you know, shut her down and all of that kind of stuff now. She's a liability, and she's probably going to out herself. And I bet the authorities are loving the fact that she's got a YouTube channel, because you can guarantee they'll have bugged that.
And I agree with Brooke. She's going to say the wrong damn thing at some time. And like Brooke said, we're not going to know, but it's going to mean a hell of a lot to Ellie.
It could be the smallest thing.
Yep.
And I mean, just when we see her, like I said, sober in the hotel room, she made a video the next day where she was clearly back in the sauce. So let's not get our hopes up. Hang on, Theo. Too much racism in here.
Wow.
What?
Huh? What are you
Because
talking
I said
about?
black soul. I'll bet you it's because I said Candace's soul is black. Okay, let's get this straight.
She didn't say anything about. She didn't say anything about you. Is it something going on in chat, Lorraine? Theo, Lorraine, what's going on? Because I didn't see anybody say anything to you. We're not going to make a problem when there's no problem. Nobody has a problem with you. That's nuts. So you need to say exactly what the problem is, or we can't fix it. Because this is the best community. This is the best chat, and nobody is going to do that to you.
Yeah, just to go back to your point, I think before when Don was not in jail, Candace was scared that he was going to say something. Well, that's how I felt at the time. When she was trying to get Don off YouTube, I kind of felt like, what is she hiding that she doesn't want Don to say? Now I'm kind of thinking she doesn't have that filter. So it could quite easily, something could quite easily come out of her mouth.
Well, you saw him on the WJHL interview, and he would squeeze her shoulder just like he did with the oldest son. So if you're saying something that is not in the script, he'll give you a quick squeeze. Don't do it.
Oh, interestingly, I saw that on the Dr. Phil show too. Every time she burst into tears, he had his hand on her back at the same time. He had his hand on her back.
Yeah, that's his careful tap.
Yeah, that's his control mechanism.
You're going too far. Hey, leave her to her own devices.
Right. Because it will spill. That's probably what he was scared of all that time. Well,
and you know, he's, like I said, he's sweating bullets right now.
Yep.
Because here she is out with her own devices. She can drink what she wants, take what she wants, talk to who she wants, use the internet all day. Anything she wants to do. You know, he's sitting there going, they're going to pin all this on me.
And the best thing is he's got no access to YouTube while he's in there. So he can only imagine what she's saying. And his imagination might be actually worse than what she is saying. And that could stir up a bit of communication, shall we say, as well, between him and whoever's, you know, guarding him in jail or whatever. He could be so anxious that she's saying X, Y, and Z that he could just blurt that out in jail, thinking that she must be saying that about him while she's outside.
I mean, considering he's always had, and by, again, no sympathy on Donnie, okay? Considering it's always been 2 against 1 in that house, Grandis and Candace against him, you know, he's probably going to be extra nervous because he's defenseless. I mean, he's in jail.
Yep.
He can't get on YouTube. He can't do anything.
Can't even check it out. He can't even put his anxiety to rest by listening and finding out what she's saying. So he could be sitting there going, oh my God, she must be saying this. She must be saying this. How can I head this off? How can I control this situation? And then he goes and says something because he's so anxious about what she's saying. He ends up dropping her or himself in it. That could be a good plan.
Cassie has a question. Can they use
Hmm.
statements against you when you are drunk? Actually, no, they cannot. They got to
That's a
prove you're
great-
drunk, though. So, I mean,
that's
if
a
you're
great
on
comment.
the internet and just, they could easily say, oh, she just sounded tired to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't give a statement under duress. I don't think that's legal in any democratic society. They can't take a statement from you if you're drunk or high at a police station. They also would have to prove if they needed what you said on a YouTube channel as evidence, then they'd have to prove that you weren't drunk, which is a bit difficult to do. Like a month later, with all they've got is a recording of a YouTube channel.
And I agree with Have Faith in Me too. Welcome to the channel. Whoever tells her summer is first, they will get the plea deal. So the race is on. The race is on.
Who do you think's going to crack first?
Boy.
Who's going to talk first?
I've been saying Dawn, but under these circumstances, it's not going to hold much water. He's already in jail, and it's all over YouTube that she's done with him. So it's going to look like a vengeful...
Yep. Revenge type
vindictive blame game. I don't know. What do you think, Kev?
About what?
Who's going to break first?
In my opinion, I am going to say Dungeon Don will break first.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same, because I think of all of them involved, he's the least likely to want to spend any longer in prison than what he has to. He's always made that really clear.
Remember the word halt. They teach you this in treatment. Hungry, angry, lonely, and tired. Don's all of them.
Right.
I'm sure
but
of that.
If they offer him a deal, he'll take it. I think he'll be the first one to plea out of this whole thing.
So do I. I really do. Because Candace is on the outside, she's running. She can do whatever the hell she wants to do, and Don is sitting in there, and we all know how big of a narcissist he is. I've said it, this has absolutely got to be driving him absolutely insane.
Right.
Seriously.
And I don't think Candace has ever done any jail time, has she? Because when the first two children got taken away, she was committed to psychiatric hospital for treatment. We would say sectioned, but I don't know what you guys call it, but she was forced into a psychiatric treatment facility instead of jail. So I don't think she really has any concept of what jail is like, whereas Don does. Don does not want to spend one single more hour in jail than he has to. So they offer him a deal, he's going to talk first, in my opinion.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too, because he knows hard times, she doesn't. And in her mind, she's won the race. She's getting away with it. Hell, people are sending her money. She's got new friends.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody and everybody would love to talk to her in her mind.
Oh, I was thinking this earlier, Brooks. When Don was on the Dr. Phil show and he smiled when Dr. Phil said he didn't think they were involved, and that was called Duper's Delight. That's exactly what Candace was doing, in my opinion, on that live stream that we just watched. That smile on her face was almost like Duper's Delight to me. She thinks she's got away with this.
She seemed very relaxed, very confident. Again, the people that had her on the show, Cam and Allie, I think they controlled that great. Because like I said, she is a troll magnet. And the fact that they just let her talk. They didn't interject. And just let her talk. And like I said, when that flap opens, you don't know what's coming out.
Right.
Especially if it's inebriated.
But when she did that live from the hotel, do you not think that part of that smile on her face was a Duper's Delight?
That's the smile I'm talking about, because that's the sober smile.
Right.
And again, I'm saying, where did that woman come from? Because it's not like her. We saw her on Dr. Phil. She was shitting her britches. We saw her at the behavioral panel. She couldn't stand it. She couldn't stand the heat on her. You know who would love to be on Dr. Phil? You know who would love to be on the behavioral panel? Monkey's mom, Brandy.
Right, exactly.
Michaela's mom, Stacy.
Yeah.
I was just getting ready to say that.
Because they want justice. They want it. Yet she's sitting there, oh, I want to go home.
Yeah. I had said at the time of the Dr. Phil show, though, I personally felt like they should have interviewed Candace on her own rather than with Don. If they did a behavioural panel on her now that Don's not around anymore, I wonder what they would find out about what happened to Summer if they just did it for her by herself right now.
I wish Dr. Phil would. Now he's in jail. Let's do a follow-up with
Right.
Candace.
And I think that they should, behavioural panel should as well. Because there's something dodgy about her behaviour. There always has been. But it's because she's been with Don. To me, she's never really had the kind of freedom or I don't know what it is to be her. So I think if the behavioural panel got onto her now and Dr. Phil, it'd be really interesting to find out what they could find out without Don there.
Oh, I agree. And I agree with Danny too. I think there's a lot that the behavioral panel uncovered that they're not going to put on TV, but they have given to the authorities.
Yeah. Well, they said pretty much like some of what they thought about Candace, but because she was there with Don, it was really hard to tell how much of it was happening because Don was there and how much of it would have happened anyway without him there.
Somebody in chat said they heard that she has 70,000 in Cash Apps and PayPal.
Oh, for goodness sake. They were saying Don had 90,000 in the bank last week. We never got any proof of that either.
Right.
Yeah. Where are we getting the banking information?
Yeah, just like pluck a number out of thin air and that'll do. That's how much she's got in Cash Apps. You know, that kind of thing is it's just conjecture and speculation. I don't think it really, is true, personally.
Yeah, I don't think she's got no damn $70,000. I don't know.
No, or she'd be living in a hotel, not at her house.
She'll OD. In my opinion. She gets that much money, that's going to be dangerous for somebody like Candace. All that money, bad things happen to irresponsible, using drugs, alcohol. You get a lot of money, and that can be a disaster.
Exactly. People left to their own devices.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she is left to her own devices now. You can tell she's doing her own thing. She's doing her own thing, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
Guys, I'm going to start winding this down. This has been an awesome show. Thank you, everyone, for being so respectful in chat, having an open mind, and going through all of this. There is more to come, I promise. There is more to come, I promise.
Yep. Thank you very much, Brooks, for having me up. It's been a really good show. And thank you, Kevin.
Oh, you're welcome, Kat. Anytime.
I'm going to look at this comment real quick by Prayer Garden. Dr. Phil gave them enough rope to hang themselves. That's what he was doing. I agree. I know a lot of people were upset about that episode, but if you've watched his show forever, he's not going to get anyone to talk if he's just coming after him like a bulldog, you know? I just appreciate everybody being here. So I'm going to let Kat and Kevin say their goodbyes. Kevin has a show in about an hour and a half we're going to get ready for.
Oh, the Blazers, get ready.
Get ready.
If you haven't got Kevin's channel link, it's in Discord. Go over and sub. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys, and I'll catch you on your show, Kevin. Thank you very much, Brooks, and thanks to everyone.
You're welcome, Kat.
Love you, Kat. You're the best.
Bye.
Bye.
Yep. And I just want to say, I want to thank everybody for being here today. For sure, you are greatly appreciated. And remember, if you have kids, tell them you love them, give them a kiss, a hug, because you never know. There is that small percentage. And if you don't have kids, tell a family member or members. If you don't have that, tell your pet. And if you're all alone, tell yourself you're loved and that you can show love.
Absolutely. Got to love yourself first, or you can't treat anybody else, the way they should be treated,
Exactly.
At all. So we have a big show tomorrow morning about Michael Vaughn. Please don't miss it. Live every morning, 9 a.m. Central, unless I've got an ice storm or electric or something like that. We had a lot of different creators in here this morning, and I love seeing that because We're keeping up with the case. We're keeping Summer's name out there. This is not about Candace in a hotel, Candace and Dawn's problem. We're keeping Summer out there. There's going to be more to come talking about the case about Summer Wells being missing. So thank you. The more people I see going over to Candace, I hate to say like sides, and they're like, I feel so bad for her. I want to help her. I want to do this. You're missing the big picture. You're missing the big picture. And I know that there are people that at one time believed her. They believed Dawn, and now they're seeing the truth. All right, here, the truth is right here. The truth is on the screen. These are the victims. Candace is not a victim. Dawn is not a victim. Summer and her brothers are the victims. I appreciate every one of you for being here. Mod Squad, girls, I'm telling you, you guys are the best. I'm telling you, you guys are the best. Guys, give it a like on the way out. Don't forget to send me an email. Come into Discord. Like I said, Kevin's going to be live in about an hour and a half. I love this comment from Shannon. No sides, only Summer and the boys' side. That's right. Safety for the children brings Summer home. I will talk to you guys in an hour and a half on Kevin's show in Discord. Don't forget us on Facebook, and never forget 9 a.m. Central every morning, Monday through Friday. Best chat, best community on YouTube. Can't thank you guys enough. You guys have a great, great day. See you soon. Bye-bye.